Hey guys, so not necessarily something that I'm going to be doing regularly. In fact, this is the first time I've actually done something like this, where it's a kind of reaction video slash rant type of thing. But I'm also going to use this to affirmate or give affirmations to said channel that I'm going to be talking about here. I'm not making this video for my own channel. This is as a support to another because something has just happened that I really feel that they need it, and as a mental health well-being whatever channel that this is, I really feel that I have a duty to kind of step in here on this a little bit, and I just want to show my support. So the channel in question is called, and I'm just working off another screen here as well. By the way, this I'm not trying to edit too much because I want this to be a real reaction kind of thing, and I want to be able to talk for real. Now, most of the time you'll find it with YouTubers, we put on a show. So, greetings, my name's Nigel Mayo, and this is Salad Cream Boy, as opposed to talking like that as the way I'm talking to you right now. That way it's more personable and can connect, and it's also the point I'm trying to make with what I'm going to be talking about later about the video that this channel put out. Now, the channel is called Lennon the Bunny, and it's created and produced by Lorelei. I'll put the information about the channel in the link in the description, and I'll also put the video in question in the end card at the end of this video as well, just so you can make up your mind about it. But anyway, let's get on with it. So, as I said, I'm doing this for her, not me. And the reason I'm making this video is because she's had a not very nice comment come through about the last video that she's made. Sorry, there's going to be background noises, no music or anything. I really just need to get through this. So she's had hate comments, not many, and she's had this one which really triggered me. I literally just woke up, saw it as one of the first things that come out of my tablet, and yeah, not only is it something that it's stabbing her in the back or whatever, what have you, but it's something against all content creators. Now, firstly, before I get into the actual comment, which I'll be dissecting it in a little bit, I'm just going to give you a quick history lesson here. So with her bunny and lifestyle help, she's helped me with my bunny, whose name is Ghost, and I've had him for 3 years. It's actually going to be his 3rd birthday coming up next month, which will be March 2022, the time of this video. Now, Ghost has pretty much saved my life. Not dragged me out of a burning building or anything, but he's really saved me as far as my mental health is concerned. I was in a properly dark place when I had him, and he pretty much pulled me back from it. One of the things that Lorelei has done is that she's actually shared the fact that Lennon, her bunny, who is a girl by the way, nothing wrong with that, done the same thing for her, and Lennon is her emotional support animal, and the same thing is for Ghost, and that allowed me to connect with her a lot more, and I'm represented, or whatever the word term you want to use with it. I identify a lot with Lorelei, and just in case you're watching this, thank you so much for everything that you've done. And to be honest, with her tips and everything, I had no idea how to take care of a bunny when I first had him. I literally almost gave him away because I was afraid that I wouldn't be able to support him because I wouldn't be able to give him what he needs. But with the help that she's provided in her videos, oh my god, it's life-changing. Actually, literally life-changing. Now, Lorelei has made it a thing where she does talk about her mental health, and in the fact that, like, the story of how she got Lennon and how she dealt with finding out when Lennon was blind and various other things. So it isn't necessarily just specifically about bunny lifestyle and bunny how to look after one. It is something that she puts other stuff in there to make it a bit more real, so she isn't just saying this, that and the other, and it connects with her audience a lot more, which is one of the reasons why I believe she might get her words out, which is one of the reasons why she's so successful, other than being a musician and all that other kind of stuff. Yeah, so getting into it now, the comments really triggered me. I saw it when I first got up. I checked my Facebook, my YouTube channel, analytics and all that stuff, and it's one of the first things I saw. And I read it, and I'd already seen the video that she did. Again, I'll link it at the end. And I'm like, how can anyone say this? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put it up on screen in the editing, but I'm going to just be reading it normally, and I'm going to be telling you my thoughts on it. And affirming Lorelei, because I really feel that I need to, not because I want to. She deserves a bit of affirmation after this, because it is something that's going to knock you. And before I start, I do need to say one thing about most, if not all, content creators, unless like you're a proper warrior of YouTube. So we can have 100 amazing, thoughtful, affirming comments, and then we'll have that 99 really nice comments, and out of the 100 we'll have one really crappy comment, and it's the bad comment that we'll remember, because all the rest is like, oh yeah, thanks, that's really nice. Oh, one bad comment, my channel sucks. And that even the big ones, I dare say Mr. Beast probably even thought about that once or twice. You're going to remember the bad things more than you remember the good things. It's not just about anxiety, depression and all of that. It's human nature. That's what we remember. Right, now into the comments, okay? So I'll have it up on screen and I'll read it out, and then I'll read it out comments. People with mental health issues normally do not talk about them, they just suffer. Okay, my first issue is don't talk on my behalf. And when I say that, don't talk on our behalf, everyone who has mental health issues. I talk about my mental health issues all the time with my wife, my friends. Okay, with friends and that, it's less than my wife, but I talk about them. On Facebook and stuff, I used to talk about it all the time, not so much now, because when you do it on Facebook, Twitter and everything else, that it seems a bit attention seekery kind of thing, but it's not something that everyone hides away, and it's a very broad thing to just, it's a blanket statement which doesn't really hold a lot of truth. If it's something that you do, and I know a lot of people who came out the fact that they had mental health issues and anxiety and all that, and I'd known them for years and I had absolutely no idea that they had issues. People that I worked with for my last job for 5 years, I'd known them for that long, and not once, and it's only in the last, I believe, few weeks to a month that I spoke to them about my issues, that they even told me that they have anxiety. In fact, I made a subscriber out of them. They know who they are. But yeah, to say that you don't talk about it ever, that's, I'm sorry, but BS. You're talking BS there. Okay, next part. And no, we don't just suffer. Some people are so anxious that they can't talk about it. Granted, but at some point, everyone has a breaking point to reach out to someone. Even if it's someone like Samaritans or an organisation or something always snaps. Trust me on that. Okay, so next part. I am puzzled with this confession, as I don't think people do care about the content creator's personal matters. Really? So anyone who's interested, and you don't necessarily have to wait to the end of the video, you can come back if you like, but I'll put it into the description. Anyone who watches this video thus far, I suggest that you watch that video, every second of it, and then what I want you to do is go into the comments. At the time of me watching the video, it was at something like 900 comments, so there's like pretty much 1,000 comments by now that basically says, well done Lorelei, oh my god, I can't believe that you're so strong, and you have my support, and oh my god, I feel the same way, etc, etc, etc. Most of the comments, in their hundreds, are supportive and appreciate that she's made that video. So to say that people don't care about the content creators, no. And just to follow up on that, there's another content creator which isn't, their content isn't about mental health, but they made a video recently to celebrate their 800,000 subscribers that they reached this year, or was it last year? Can't remember. His name is Nick Nimin. He's amazing. When you watch his videos, it is basically a big information dump on you. You just like, you have to watch his videos about 2 to 3 times because he's just making notes and notes and notes, which I love about him, and he does it in a really nice way as well. So he made this video that was about 20 minutes long to celebrate his 800,000 subscribers, and it didn't have a lot of editing in it. It was just literally, it was not, and what most content creators do in the videos is perform for the audience. Wasn't doing that at all. It was literally like I'm doing right now. It's just, let's be real and let's sit down, cup of coffee, let's just talk one-on-one. This is personal. Now, this is what Lorelei was doing, and dare I say, not so much of an issue right now because of woke Hollywood and all the rest of it, but with celebrities, people were jumping over each other just to find out what freaking a celebrity had for breakfast in the morning. Paparazzi used to be a thing and all the rest of it. Nowadays, not so much, but content creators of YouTube are pretty much as celebrities of Hollywood in some ways. I'm not saying that I am, but when you get to people like Mr. Beast and stuff, you appreciate knowing something about them, and it can be construed as giving something back to the community in their videos where they do get personal, because it's just nice to for the viewer to be able to connect to the person that they've been subscribed to and been watching for a couple of years. It's a really nice thing to do. Now, the other aspect of the video is, at some point you need to defend yourself. Now, she went into things where, come on. Her viewers are going through her Instagram and messaging and private messaging and actually going through her friends just to get her to respond and stuff. Now, let me tell you one thing. She has well over 100,000 subscribers. I can't remember her exact count at this point, but it's a lot. And to have that much of a fan base, and she must get hundreds of messages every day. She cannot get through them, keep making videos, keep doing music, keep doing her job and all the rest of it, and be sane. It's just physically not possible. So she's not going to get through everything. And it does weigh you down where people are sending you DMs and things, and then you can't get back to them in like 5 minutes. I mean, that's an exaggeration. But then she has hate for it, for not keeping up. That's not okay. And to expand on this again, in my last job in the NHS, one of the doctors, really nice guy, went on holiday, as they're allowed to, by the way, for anyone who is about to give hate on the NHS. So he went on holiday, and okay, let me just tell you something. When doctors go on holiday, have breaks, whatever, they have what is called a buddy groups, in which that if they can't get something done for patients before they leave, then that prescription, whatever it is, gets put onto another doctor that can do it for them so that it's not delayed if it's urgent. If it's not urgent, then it can wait. Now, there's this situation where one of his patients was waiting for paperwork, a referral, or I can't remember what the thing was. And because they had connections to the NHS themselves, they was able to get hold of his address and knock on his home door, on his front door, and they demanded he get the referral or whatever it is done. Same kind of difference here for Lorelei. Now, if you can't even fathom someone going to a doctor's house for paperwork, then why is it okay for someone on Twitter, Instagram, or whatever to get them privately and to constantly, and I'm going to use this word because it's accurate in this case, harass them? I think I'm going off on a bit of a tangent here. So my point is, sometimes you don't make content just so that you're being informational or whatever. Then it's something that sometimes you can get personable. It can actually bring in more subscribers, and it can actually benefit your viewership because they feel closer to you. And you're not just someone on another end of the camera, you're a real person. And for Lorelei to do what she did, I commend it. In fact, I might actually do it myself, which I'm kind of doing right now. Anyway, let's move on. I think Lorelei, is a drama queen. By the way, Lorelei is a drama queen. Check your English there before one finger pointed at someone else is 3 pointing back at you. I think Lorelei, is a drama queen who likes to magnify small things. Someone's mental health is not a small thing. I could speak for an hour on this, but just for the sake of keeping this as short as I possibly can, but keeping it real, the fact that she felt so strongly about this comment that she posted it separately from a video and says that it makes her depression worse. No small thing, I'm saying. And by the way, Lorelei, if you are watching this, you are doing amazing right now. You really, really are. Keep at it. Bottom of my heart. Anyway, moving on. Very sorry if I use unkind words. Okay, so there's some kind of responsibility taken there. Very sorry if I use unkind words, as I just wasted my precious 10 minutes watching this video that did not bring any value to rabbit lovers. Here's the issue I have with that. So, you wasted 10 minutes. Let's put it this way. Most of YouTube, and we're taught this as content creators as well, it takes about 30 seconds of your video for people to decide whether they want to carry on. So we need to use our hook to bring people into the video within the first 30 seconds. So to say that you've wasted 10 minutes means that you was curious enough about it that you watched it all the way through. Within the first 30 to 60 seconds of that video, I knew what I was getting. I knew it wasn't going to be about bunnies. I knew it was going to be about Lorelei's struggles with social media, with the channel and everything else, and negative comments and all that kind of stuff. I knew what I was getting there. So let's be generous here. Let's say you lost, I don't know, a minute to 2 minutes. So what you're saying is that you, viewer who watched this, made the choice to watch 10 minutes knowing that there wasn't going to be any bunny content. You chose to keep going on and on and on, curious about what she was saying, about what was going on with Instagram, people getting on Twitter with friends, all that kind of stuff. So you listened to all of this at no point thinking, okay, I want bunny content here. This is Lennon the Bunny. Okay, fine. But I'm not getting any bunny content for the first 3 to 4 minutes, maybe even that. And you don't click off after the first minute or so, it's your own fault. It really is. If it's not abundantly clear, which it really was within that first 30 seconds to a minute, what was going on, if you're going to stay on to that video, then you're in that video to find out what's going on with Lorelei. You're not going into that video, well, sorry, you're going into the video wanting to find out about bunny lifestyle and stuff. You're guessing mental health with Lorelei, and if you're there for any longer than a minute or so and you're continuing on, what you're saying is that video is for me. If you're wasting 10 minutes of your life on a video that is not what you thought it was going to be, then I'm sorry, that's your own fault. And also, just in regards to most of your comments in general, with all the other comments that I've seen on Lorelei's channel, it has been absolutely nothing but love. Thank you so much, you're doing great, I can't believe this has happened, I'm so sorry, and being so supportive of Lorelei in her efforts. Because I'll tell you one thing, if all of the content creators that I watch done the same thing that Lorelei has just done, they have only just made themselves even more deserving of my respect and admiration than they already have. So to say this, I'm sorry, but what the HE double hockey sticks is wrong with you? Really? Sorry, I'm just going back onto my notes. So yeah, this is a reaction video, by the way, if anyone hadn't noticed. This is the kind of thing that really grinds my gears. So, summary here. Think about what you're posting. Think about the person that you're commenting on the videos for, because they're not just someone on a screen. They are a real life person who has feelings, they have issues. And if they're putting themselves out there, then okay, I challenge you to do one thing, person who is just going to, you know, crap all over someone else's video. You make a YouTube channel. You do your best. You get yourself 100, 200, 300, whatever, 1,000 subscribers, and then see how you do after all that. It's easy to point the finger at someone. It's not so easy to take responsibility for those comments. Would you say all those to their faces? And the thing is, us as content creators, Lorelei makes it obvious with videos like that, and myself as well. We don't just want to help people, and that's the main thing that we're trying to do with our videos, is help people who don't have the information needed to do what they want to do. But we also want to make a connection out to the world as well, because making a YouTube channel, making this content, is actually helping us as well. It's given ourselves a purpose. It's doing so much for us, which I'm not going to get into right now. It's a whole nother video for myself, but it isn't just about making the content for you. It's the whole shebang that's important. And it's just nice to know what happens behind the scenes as well, and explain the things that you don't see, which makes you appreciate the content even more. You don't know what's going on at the other end of that screen. You really don't. Anyway, so if you're into bunnies and you want a bunny and you feel that your bunny's doing a lot for you, but you want to do more to you want to make it so that your bunny is thriving a lot more, then I really do suggest that you get to Lennon the Bunny. It's an amazing channel, and the world has been made a better place by that channel. It really has. A link is going to be in the description for them, and also if you want to watch the video that's in question from this comment, then I suggest that you click on the video that's appearing right here. Sorry, I am stuttering because I am just really caught up in this. Because at the end of the day, it gets dark.